I worked for Mr. Bailey, who owned the hotel, in 1958. I worked with Johnny there, Johnny Olin. And then I had my own group. And then I worked with an impressionist who is still working today. And his name was Babe Pier.
Me and Jay Orlando were in the lounge at the Hacienda for years.
The Hacienda was kind of a warm spot in my heart from years ago when, before I ever did a show there, when they had the champagne flights. They had champagne flights from Los Angeles in an airplane I would never fly in. And they had a piano player on the plane and the worst champagne that was ever poured. I wonder if the planes ran on that champagne.
If you count them up, I probably worked the Hacienda at least 15 years.
The Hacienda, oh, well, I was in the ice show there for about, 5 years in that one show. Then Red Fox was opposite the ice show. That was great.
Harry James used to hang out where I played at the Hacienda. He was a fanatic for the game of Keno. I mean, he could win 25,000, and he'd have a stack of tickets this thick.
I came up, and I think I spent 5 days, maybe a week, and I was supposed to have meetings with Doc. So every day I'd go in at 2 o'clock, he'd tell me about his exploits and how brilliant he was, and we never got around to the show. So now the weekend was coming, and I had a wife, so I said, I gotta go home. I've had enough of this. So we never talked about Strip City at all or about doing a show. So he says, why don't you let me send for your wife? Just have her come up for the weekend, spend the weekend with you, and we'll continue our talks. I think she came up, and we got around to talking about it. And he said that he'd call and let me know. And I checked out of the hotel, and I was charged for the flight for my wife to come to Las Vegas to visit with me. And of course, that was the last I heard of him. So I've always had a warm spot in my heart for Doc Bailey.